Howdy-ho, neighbors.
Howdy-ho.
It is the Odds Brothers episode 37.
37, that's right.
I can count, Paul.
Good job.
Great deal. It's Friday. It's December. A new month. Same old crew, though.
No Dallas gear today?
No Dallas gear today. I'm running behind.
That's a pity, or you're just ashamed.
I am not ashamed. As a matter of fact, stick around. Might be a lock of a week. Oh, wait, we can't say that. Kyle's on today.
It's pick of the week.
It's the best bet of the week.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Hit that beautiful bean footage.
Welcome to the Odds Brothers Podcast, coming to you from the Bentley Sportsbook inside the new Southland Casino and Hotel. Follow the Odds Brothers Podcast on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, Google, and YouTube. Today's show is presented by Bentley Online Sportsbook. Download the Bentley Online state-specific sportsbook app today from the Google Play or Apple App Stores. Now here are the hosts of the show, Moneyline Mark.
I'm not a smart man.
And Point Spread Shane.
Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
It's never the wrong way for you to sniff glue.
Every week occasion.
Oh, do you hear that from above?
Yes. You know what that kind of sounds like?
That kind of sounds like Kyle.
It does.
Should we bring him on board early?
We should.
Oh my goodness.
All right, let's bring him on early. We ready?
Yeah.
Superstores, baby. Boom, there's Kyle.
There he is.
Hey,
What's going on,
how are we doing, guys?
We're
I'm
doing
happy
fairly
to be
well.
here.
Yes, we're doing fairly well today. Where are you? You up in Buffalo still?
I'm not in Buffalo right now. I'm actually in the beautiful state of Tennessee.
What?
In this beautiful state of Tennessee.
I am.
Wouldn't be across the river setting up that new Bentley account to get $250 in Nick's free money, are you?
Could be.
Could be.
That could be where I'm at. It might not be, but it could be.
You want to do that promo now since we teed it off, or you want?
We might as well. Yeah, let's kick that off.
Kick that beautiful bean footage.
All right, so if you are new to the Bentley app here in Arkansas or in Tennessee, and you're a first-time bettor, bet up to $250. Odds must be minus 250 or greater. And if that bet is a loss, you lose. You'll get $250 back in a free bet. You can do it here in Arkansas.
Yes.
Flip it around, slide across the river. You have to go across the river to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Slide up in Tennessee.
Last time I checked, all of Tennessee was east of that river. Yep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you could be coming down from the north, because, we are worldwide.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
And you can make that bet over in Tennessee and get another $250 if you're a loser. We can take Nick's $500. Take Nick's $500.
Yep. Take it all.
You got to be a loser.
Take his money.
That's right.
All right. In case you're wondering where we're at, if this is the first time you're watching the podcast, by the way, like and subscribe on the bottom of the thing down here.
Yeah, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications.
Help. We're up to like 20 subscribers.
Yeah, tens and tens of views.
Word is at 25, we get McDonald's gift certificates.
Really?
Really?
They got the McRib back, too.
Well, I know. That's why you need to hurry, because it's a limited time only. We
maybe
need to
they
get
should
to that 25.
Just in time.
That's right.
Maybe they should sponsor us.
Yeah, I'll make that happen. But we're here.
Yeah, I'll try to get the McDonald's sponsorship worked out.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
There you go. We know you're a man of action. We are broadcasting live every Monday and Friday here inside the Southland Casino and Hotel in West Memphis, Arkansas. We're inside the Bentley Sportsbook. So come on by, say hi. Still a couple of slots open for the Average Joes if you want to try to pick some football games against us, which Kyle will do today.
Yeah, the Average Joe didn't show up again with another excuse.
It was tryptophan, I think, last week.
Yeah, maybe he got lost and couldn't find his way back to Southland. That he's here every day.
How long do turkey leftovers actually good for?
I don't know.
I doubt a week later.
I can tell you this, though. On Sunday, his repercussions, he's not going to go to the special room to be able to make his bets.
He's going
to have to stand in line with the rest of the folks. That's his punishment.
Penalty for stiffing the Odds Brothers.
Well, that's right.
All right, well, on today's show, we're pretty much done with the college football regular season. There's a couple of games outside the championship games for the Power 5 conferences that are going on this week. We will not get into any of those because none of them are ranked, but we will tackle the 5 biggies.
I'm heartbroken.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, actually 6, I guess, because I included the one Memphis was in.
And I'm heartbroken today.
Why are you heartbroken?
I can't. There's nothing to talk about in Nebraska.
Oh, they finished 79th, I think.
If there was a game today, they'd lose.
Well, evidently, unless it was Iowa, then you give them a shot.
Oh,
Oh, my goodness. We'll also do the Week 13 NFL picks as well. Thursday night game, notwithstanding. You got that, or are we doing that as part of the NFL probably, aren't we?
What?
Yeah, we'll get to the Buffalo versus New England game, which I'm sure Kyle has plenty of insight for.
Yeah, we'll get down to there.
We'll get down to there.
Absolutely.
Get his initial reactions on those. First things first, tonight, the 11th ranked Utah Utes.
Utes.
Did you say Utes?
Utes.
They're at, they say at, I think it's in Las Vegas, but
Yeah,
USC has declared the home team here. Number 4 and currently in the college football playoff at 11-1. It's your Pac-12 championship game. It kicks off at 7 p.m. Eastern tonight. And as you would expect this time of year, especially in conference championship games, should be a good one. USC right now a 2.5-point favorite. The over-under, 66.5. Kyle, Utah versus USC.
Kick
Any
us off.
initial thoughts, and what would your pick be?
I got to pick Utah, none other than I love the landscape out there. And that's going to be a recurring theme you're going to see throughout today's show. I'm going to give you absolutely no sports-related insight. Nothing that would really change things more than I like that place and I like the people there.
Wow.
So
I think I could pick his next game.
even though they're 9-3, I'm going to take number 11 Utah. I'm going to take the Utes. I'm confident.
So you like a lot of barren area with just a bunch of red rocks. That's what I'm hearing right off the bat. Not Southern California.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Well, it's a good time to have you on then. Please. Mark, what do you got?
I'm going
you got any
US.
insights, or do you like Southern California's landscape?
I'm going USC. I think that this matchup, 2.5, is not enough. I think they're going to win by probably 10 points. I don't really say they're home field like you said, but I'll go USC.
So there's a tale of two Utahs here. Utah at home, which is very tough, and they've been blowing opponents out short of Colorado because Colorado is the ultimate dookie emoji. But Utah blew them out. But outside of that, every time they traveled on the road, it's been close games, and most of them they have lost. Now, this is also a not-so-home game. We'll see how USC travels. Southern California fans, for the most part, really aren't that enthusiastic about anything except the Lakers and the Dodgers. So here lately, USC, UCLA, even when you go to the Rams and the Chargers, there really isn't a traveling contingent that follows this team everywhere. So I would expect Utah to have a home field environment by being out of the way. But under a field goal, which I like this. If this had been 3.5, I think I'd go the other way. But I'm going to pick USC here.
Oh, man.
I could give a crap less about whether there's palm trees or red rocks available. I'm going straight up football analysis here for y'all.
That was a long rope-a-dope.
It was, and the over here I think is achievable, but I don't think it's a slam dunk. So if I had to hedge a bet either way on the over/under, I would take over, but barely, like a 72 point over instead of the 66.5 it's at right now. So I guess we got one Utah and 2 USCs is what I'm hearing.
That's right, and I would go under. I wouldn't go over.
Well, of course you would.
Yes.
You're Mr. Under guy.
That's right. Underoos.
Underoos. That is and that's how you kick off. That's really the only top 25 game going on in college football tonight. The rest of them are on Saturday starting at 11. Number 10, Kansas State's at number 3, TCU. I'm going to love to hear Kyle's view on Kansas landscape for Central Texas.
That's right.
But TCU is a 2.5-point favorite, and 61.5 is the over-under here. We got one undefeated team and a Kansas State team that I could rarely pick the right side of that game to save my life, Kyle. You got any initial thoughts on how beautiful or not beautiful Kansas is?
Yeah, listen, I've been to both. Kansas has its charm, but it's a bit too flat and barren for me. Sorry if we have any Kansas listeners. You're lovely, but Central Texas, something about that energy there around Austin, around the cities. I love it. I love what they got. So TCU is going to take it. I think it's going to be under, though.
You think it's going to be under? All right.
All right.
You know they do have the Wizard of Oz Museum there in Kansas and a winery.
Yeah, I've been.
All within one.
I've been. It's
there?
Nice.
Oh, my goodness.
They have multiple Wizards of Oz museums. Multiple places claim that it was their town. So.
And I think there's actually a plaque of Mark in Emporia from his last disc golf tournament there years ago.
That's right. I won. Because I win.
Because he wins.
Wow.
Speaking of wins, Mark, I guess if we go everything that you've done all season long, the
All
undefeated
season
team automatically gets your bid, right?
That's right. You shouldn't even have to ask. There's a couple here. You're like, okay, we know what Mark's pick is. And those are for free.
Yes, those are
Free
for
picks.
free. So when you go to complain or bitch about his picks, remind me how much
Complain.
he likes to remind you how much you paid for him.
They
so.
should be complaining when they have to fill out a tax form for all their winnings.
Yeah. I have not been right, but really one or two times all year on Kansas State. The thing that gets me on this game is TCU under a field goal is very enticing. I think that they complete the mission here and actually make it 13-0, so I'm going to take them to cover.
No, go Kansas State.
But the one problem I have with the TCU and the USC is a lot of these guys are freshmen and first time in a really pressure pack. Like, they feel it now. Somehow TCU loses this game, they ain't backdooring their way back into the college football playoff. They're done. And that could put a lot of pressure on a team that's not used to it. So I think it's going to be a little clunky early. I don't think you'll see a lot of fireworks early, and I like the under in that case. But I do like TCU to figure it out late and win by at least a field goal.
Dang.
Dang, you wish I went head to head.
Yeah.
Now, I think you might do it here at the 3 o'clock window. It's the SEC championship
There's
game.
no thinking.
Out of Atlanta, Georgia. So the number 1 Georgia Bulldogs, still undefeated, obviously. They take on number 14 LSU, which 3 weeks ago looked like they were going to be a pretty formidable opponent. And then they looked at 2 stinkers really going into it. So they're now 9-3. This is the de facto playoff game for them because they will not be going to 1. So
Guess I should flip the
Georgia,
graphic.
18.5-point favorites here. That's huge for a championship game. 52.5 the over-under, Kyle. Any shot? LSU just plays tough and won either the upset special or at least covers.
That's
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is Georgia all the way. They're going to go over.
Georgia and over.
Georgia's just absolutely going to demolish LSU. It's gonna be like 40-some points.
Oh, alternate line alert.
That's right.
The Kyle odds boost is Georgia minus 40.
Oh, my goodness.
Minus 40, baby.
Mark, you going to give 40?
No?
You're going to give 18.5?
I'll give 18.5.
So you think Georgia covers that, huh?
Yes, I do. And they remain undefeated.
Yeah, I think they remain undefeated.
Dang it.
That doesn't mean they cover. I'm actually going to
okay.
take LSU in the points here.
Yes.
I think it's a 17-point win, so it's just under that. LSU's going to, I think, show up for this game. I think Georgia does overmatch them, though, and it's just a matter of time. They wear them out at the end, and you'll see the score like 14 to 17-point win. So Georgia will move on, but I don't think LSU's going to get dump trucked. Georgia's very rarely just killed some teams. Like, even that, what was it, Georgia Tech 2 weeks ago, or maybe it was last week?
Yeah, it was Georgia Tech.
It was only like 37 to 13.
Yeah.
Like, they generally do not put teams
Because we
down
lost that
bad.
game.
Yeah, that's right. Our heads didn't float up there.
That's right. What do we think about the over-under? I'm going over.
I do think the over gets there as well. I was actually shocked it was a little low like that. To me, 52.5 seems low. I know Georgia's got a pretty decent defense, so LSU might have trouble helping out, but I don't think Georgia's going to have any problem moving the ball on LSU.
I think the score will be like, 40-something to 10. Get you over that 52.5.
It might be, and LSU covers.
No.
All right. Oh, boy, this is a big one. The AAC championship game. All right. Two teams you're not used to hearing in this thing, but 22 UCF, that's University of Central Florida, for those just following for the first time, and number 18 Tulane. This is going to get played down at the
Nebraska?
the Mercedes-Benz Dome, I think they call it down in New Orleans. Tulane minus 4.5 here, and they do have a home field advantage since Tulane is located where?
Yep.
All right, everybody jump in at once.
Yeah. Right.
Louisiana.
Well, I was just making them reference.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say.
That's what you're going to say. 57.5 is the over-under here. Central Florida or Louisiana, which landscape you like better?
No.
I have to pick UCF just because I'm representing the High Risers team, so I gotta give it to the boys down in Miami. So we gotta represent Central Florida. I don't think it's gonna go over. No way. Tulane doesn't cover. There you go.
Kyle, you know Miami's.
All of these are gonna hit. I know it's further south. I know we're not.
Yeah,
It's the same state though.
It's all within a day's drive. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, well, for the guys down in Miami, I'm going to pick Tulane.
Mark's going to get left out of the Thursday night festivities. So you're going to pick Tulane?
I am picking Tulane, yep.
What do you feel on the over-under?
What is it, 50 what?
57
and a half. I say it goes under. These two have struggled to score.
Well, especially that many points. I do agree. I like it. I like the under in that one. I also like Tulane. That home field advantage. They've pretty much passed every realistic test to have this year, and I'm not sure UCF is going to give them something they haven't handled before. Should be a good game overall. I don't see this game, getting a blowout on either side, so you should be able to watch it from beginning to end. But Tulane comes out on top, and I don't even know where that would put them in the bigger discussion. I doubt it gets them in a New Year's Six bowl, so it's probably just outside that window.
Yeah, it shouldn't get them
all
anywhere.
Said and done. Well, it's going to get them a decent bowl game at 11-2. Yeah, he's over there. That's why I was looking that way. All right, evening window. I don't know if these are going to be good at all, to be honest with you. Purdue is visiting Michigan. That game is being played in Indianapolis. That's where you'll find the Big Ten championship game.
How did Purdue get in it?
Well, here's the long story short.
Yeah,
Iowa had it. Iowa had it all to themselves if they won. They lost. So then
Iowa?
Then it became a Purdue, which lost to Iowa but beat Illinois, and Illinois, which had to have Purdue and Iowa lose to get in. So you know how that happened. Purdue ended up winning their game. Iowa lost, and so Purdue's in.
So basically, they're the best of the Dookie.
They're best of that side of the Dookie bracket. Yep.
Wow.
And they go to they face a Michigan team that's going to be without their star running back. He underwent knee surgery.
Don't matter.
Well, okay. Mark, give us your hint for this game then.
Keep going with your stats.
I was just saying I don't know that it matters either. Other than that, if he was in there, I felt better about the point spread because Michigan's been a little iffy about covering these bigger point spreads lately. And it's a team that this will, it's a Big Ten game. It's not like somebody from outside that they haven't seen before or played before. So usually when teams like this meet, it tends to, one, be lower scoring than you think, and then two, it's tough for a Big Ten team to blow out another Big Ten team in general. So 51.5 and 16.5 are your two numbers, Mark. You're going undefeated Michigan, I guess.
I am. I'm going undefeated Michigan, and I go under.
Under, and he's laying 16.5. Kyle?
I gotta follow Mark. Same deal. It's the only choice that makes sense here. I don't know.
All right. Well, don't let Mark
that
bully
Purdue isn't looking so hot.
Don't let Mark bully you. You don't have to follow him anywhere, and especially the bathroom. You definitely do not want to follow him there. Boy.
Go ahead and take Purdue. Make me happy.
No, I'm not.
You said Big Ten get close games.
They do. I just don't know where Purdue's. I don't know how Purdue's defense is going to ultimately shut down Michigan.
I don't see how they even get him. I don't even see how they get a locker room rally going. We got a chance.
But I would not be surprised to see this under a touchdown at halftime. But I think Michigan ends up pulling it out. I like that 16.5 as compared to anything over 17. So I'll take Michigan as well.
Okay.
I think you're going to have to watch the whole game to get there. And the under, I'm going to actually go over in this game because I think there's some garbage stuff at the end that Purdue's going to lay on to get it over there.
All right.
Last championship game out of the Power 5 is number 9 Clemson at number 23 North Carolina here. North Carolina dropped a kind of a head-scratcher to NC State last week by a single point. So they still backdoor their way into this game. But Clemson is a 7.5. There's that half I hate. And the over-under is 62.5, Kyle. South Carolina or North Carolina, what side of that do you fall on?
I'm going to have to pick Clemson. I'm going to go under. There's no way this game hits that 62.5. That 7.5 is kind of scary, but I'm going to have to take it because I'm not confident in North Carolina currently.
Yes. I can hear it in your voice.
This is a
This
is a tough one because anytime I pick North Carolina, I lose. Anytime I pick Clemson, I lose. Well, for 8 games, I was winning with them.
Yeah. Yep.
And then I lose.
And then?
But
Join me, Mark. Join me, Mark.
I'll go Clemson. I just don't know what the injury reports are on either one of these teams, but I'll go Clemson. I have just better record, really.
Yeah,
That's my stat.
I know when you get into rivalry games, like you should kind of carve those off to the side and treat them like they are, which are usually tougher games, regardless of the records of the other team. But when North Carolina got beat by North Carolina State at home, that kind of raised my eyes like, well, maybe these guys aren't as good as I thought they were record-wise going into it. Now they have a week to reset, but I think Clemson now, this is the de facto last time they're really going to get to show something. Now, they're not going to make the college football playoff this year, even if they win this game. But I think they want to try to dump truck somebody as the last visual so they can try to get into a New Year's Six bowl by accident, so to speak. So I'm going to go ahead and take Clemson and kind of just clinch my fists there because I'm not real comfortable about this pick.
Over-under? 62.5?
I'm with Kyle, I think. He said, I don't see how it gets there.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, unless they just flat out decide not to start defenses that day. I don't. Clemson don't run a upscale offense or a quick kid offense, and North Carolina really don't have that type of power to score either, I don't think, in this game against Clemson's defense. So give me under.
That's so crazy. So I think that's the only game, isn't it, that we all agree upon?
On
everything?
both sides, yeah, on both sides. So you know we're doomed to lose. Take North Carolina. No.
That's a free
Yeah, you should take that to Carolina.
Yeah.
free pick alert right there.
Not going to be able to do it.
All right, are we doing some NFL now?
Yeah, we're on the NFL.
All right, Kyle, this is you. Buffalo Bills. They moved to 9-3 on the year. Pretty convincing, short of that very first drive where they just get the field goal, and then New England came down in like 5 plays and scored a touchdown. But after that, that was pretty much all for the Patriots that night. Buffalo easily covers the 4.5. The interesting thing here was that the line actually trended down. Like there was a lot of New England action late, and you could get this at 3.5 right about kickoff time. And the over-under also moved down, trended down to 43.5, so it did go under there at 24-7. Any takeaways from your Bills?
The Bills were a little sloppy out there, I won't lie. However, a sloppy win is still a win.
Yep.
So we gotta take that and keep moving. Holding the Patriots to only a touchdown was fantastic. I was not that confident at the beginning of the game. We had one field goal, and they got up all enough on score, and I just thought that was going to be a continuing trend throughout the rest of the game. I was concerned, but the Bills pulled it through in the final hour like they always do. So, I don't know. Go Bills, go Buffalo, Bills Mafia.
Bills Mafia, yep. He's all about them Bills there, Mark. You got any...
Well, you see, our free pick would have netted some folks a win.
Yes.
2 heads up there.
2 heads up there means we both took the Bills.
Winner.
I was willing to take them up to about 6.5.
I wasn't surprised.
Well,
I was surprised it went downward. Maybe some Bill Belichick fans got on there and started thinking that he was going to do something at home, but
I think there's still some concern about Josh Allen's, I guess, elbow. He's still running with it. He doesn't seem to be worried about taking hits on it. But the ball he doesn't seem to be throwing the bombs yet. Like he's throwing the intermediate 20, 25-yard passes, but he doesn't seem to be trying to chuck that 60, 70-yarder yet. So, this just in. New England finally scored a field goal. So it was 24-10. Still under.
What?
We have 24-7 on the screen. It was actually 24-10.
Oh.
I was waiting for the fact check.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They got that,
that was their
towards the end field goal.
Yeah, yep. When it really didn't matter, but they wanted to score.
Somebody told me to score 24-7.
I probably did. It was 24-10. I was just catching up. Bill's defense was so good it took him to just a few minutes ago to get that field goal. All right. You ready to roll into some NFL predictions here? The bye week teams are Carolina and Arizona, which really don't matter too much, especially the first one. Steelers at the Falcons. Well, Atlanta still, believe it or not, is 1 game out of the divisional lead there in the NFC South. Pittsburgh actually showed pretty good against Indianapolis on Monday night. Steelers are a 0.5 point favorite. So this is basically a money line game for all intents and purposes. 41.5 is the over-under here. Dirty Birds and the Steelers, Kyle.
I'm taking Pittsburgh. They're barely, as you see, that 0.5, they're barely edging out odds-wise here. Listen, both the Steelers and the Falcons this year, they're not awful, but they're not spectacular teams. So you're picking the best of the averages, and I'm going to have to give it to Pittsburgh and see what they can do. This game does not go over.
Does not go over, huh?
Does not go over. It's going to be a low-score game.
That's one thing I agree with him. I think it goes under, but just because I want the Falcons to lose, I'm picking the Falcons. When I pick them, they lose. So I'm picking them. Steven can thank me later.
All right. Taking it for the team.
So Kenny Pickett is looking okay, decent. Atlanta actually does have some weaknesses on the what I call the outside with wide receivers. So you can throw the ball on Atlanta, and running's a little bit of a chore. And on the flip side, Atlanta can barely throw the ball and needs to run it, which Pittsburgh's in the top 10 of run defense. So everything you think about that says that Steelers should be able to edge us out, which the line looks pretty good that way when you're saying basically a half a point. Fade out that home field advantage. Atlanta's a different beast at home. If this was an away game, I would take Pittsburgh, but I think somehow Atlanta figures out a way to win this game late. So give me Atlanta on that one.
All right. Your bet has been placed.
Yeah, my bet has been placed, and I think this is a 20-17 score, so I'm going to go with everybody else and go under on this one.
Okay.
All right, Green Bay Packers 4-8 against the Bears. Aaron Rodgers is expected to play. He's saying he is. We'll see what happens at game time. If not, it'll be full of love. Jordan Love. And he does not own the Bears if it turns out to be that QB play. So right now with the Aaron Rodgers factor in, Green Bay is favored by 4.5 on the road, and the over-under is 43.5. Weather conditions, just for you folks up north, supposed to be sunny, 38 degrees at kickoff, winds 15 miles an hour. So for a December day up in Chicago, not too shabby. I think Kyle could second that one, being in the Buffalo area this time of year.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not bad. We'll take what they can get.
Yeah, what do you like there?
I'm going to take the Packers on this.
Ooh, okay.
But, no.
Well,
you guys weren't thrilled about that.
So I forgot to say this, too. Justin Fields practiced, and they say, or he says, he thinks he's going to play. So you got a guy with a shoulder, you got a guy with his bum shoulder on one side, and the other guy that's got bum ribs and a bad thumb. So this one's really tough, but assuming both quarterbacks play here is where that line came in at 4.5, Mark.
Yeah, that's tricky because I picked the Bears, what was it, last week or week before? I don't know. And they got blown out.
Yeah. That's why I'm waiting to see what you pick.
Yeah, I know. But I'm a big dumb animal, as I say every time I play disc golf. So I'm going to go with the Bears. I think one good hit from Rodgers, because he's going to get hit. If he does start, I don't know if he lasts the whole game. He's going to get hit.
Yeah. The Bears pretty much had a fire sale on what was left good on their defense. So their defense is really suspect. Their offense with Justin Fields can do some damage against Green Bay. I'm going to go ahead and assume Rodgers is going to go, and in a theory, they really shouldn't put Justin Fields out there, and you end up with a Trevor Siemian starter. So I'm going to take the Packers minus the points here. It will not be a pick six selection, though, because there's way too much unknown here. And the over-under, I actually like the over because the Bears can't stop anything, no matter who's quarterback.
You should make that your pick of the week.
I am not. I'm going to make it my pick to stay away from of the week, all the way up to, because I think this line can move quite a bit. So if you're out there now watching the Odds Brothers podcast, which you should, like, subscribe, all that stuff down there.
Ring that bell for notifications.
And you really believe in your heart from everything you read or heard your brother say or Uncle Earl that fixes your car for free down the road.
I have an Uncle Cletus.
That'll work too. That Aaron Rodgers will play and Justin Fields in my heart will not. And if he does, he'll be limited in what he can do. Then that line looks good at 4.5. But if there comes some news where Justin Fields ain't going to play, I guarantee you that line goes up some more. So if you're a Packers backer, then get it while it's hot. 4.5. All right, Jacksonville Jaguars at Detroit Lions. The records are crappy, but this should be a really good, entertaining game to watch. I think you'll see a lot of offense here. Jaguars really have nothing to play for. They're pretty much out of the race to try to get the division. And
Pride.
Yeah, and I just don't see them sneaking into the playoffs. And same thing with the Detroit Lions, although they've been running hot lately. Playing really good ball. Barely lost last week to Buffalo, actually. Congratulations, Kyle, on Thanksgiving. So they've been rested up. Detroit basically is on the money line. They're a half a point favorite here, over under 51.5. So the only way you lose and took Detroit and they win is if they tie. Are we going for the tie?
What?
I'm a. Wait, what?
What I was saying, so real quick, I got this a couple of times, not recently, but why would you have a half a point spread? Right? Because somebody's got to win by a point, right? So why have the half a point?
Right.
It's a money line bet in theory. Oh, but contraire, mon frere.
Yeah, because that half's going to make a winner.
Detroit loves to tie. At least once a year, they love to tie somebody. So if they played an entire overtime period and tied, you actually lose by taking that Detroit plus or minus a half.
Yeah.
So that's why there's a half in. You won't see a half a point in college football. Notice that. You will not see a half because they got to play till somebody wins. But in the pros, you will see a half a point. So I felt like a G.I. Joe moment there.
Still going to take out Detroit.
Battle. Yeah. So you're going to do Detroit?
Going to take Detroit. I think the game's going to go under. I see Detroit putting somewhere around 30 up and Jaguars in the 20-ish. So I don't know. I could see total around 55. Detroit winning it by at least 7 points. So,
all right. He says touchdown.
There's my pick.
Mock?
Yeah, touchdown in Detroit's favor.
All right.
I think it goes under because I believe the score is going to be 30-28.
Then that
Jacksonville
would be
winning by 3. That's right.
So you're going what? Over or under?
Under.
So 30-28 is 58, and the over is 51.5.
That's right.
So you're going to go under still. All right.
I'm still going under.
Remember, these picks are free.
Not gonna be able to do it.
They're free. And I'm hoping that's my pick of the week. We'll see.
3 picks, no consequences.
Yeah, you're saying Jacksonville.
Jacksonville wins by 3.
And both under and over.
Yes.
Okay.
I win.
You win. I'm going to go Detroit at home.
Yes.
I'll take the home team here. Jacksonville showed me something, but everybody scores on Baltimore late. Baltimore blowing leads is not just a Jacksonville thing. They've done it many times this year. So I'm not 100% bought into Trevor Lawrence is now a Hall of Famer quarterback, but he's getting better. Everybody's got the weapons here, so I'll take the home team. Give me Detroit, and I like the over with Kyle and Mark, even though he said under.
I really love the fact that you love Detroit because now I feel really good about Jacksonville. I was kind of scared.
All right, Cal, next week, make sure you wear something Detroit just to remind him. He's on the wrong
Okay.
All right, another good game, but for a different reason. This has seeding, playoff implications, all that stuff. The Jets are visiting up in Minneapolis to take on the Vikings here. Vikings 9-2, still within the hunt of getting that number 1 seed in the NFC. They are 2.5-point favorites at home here with the over-under of 45.5. Keep in mind, they made the quarterback change last week with the Jets, and they promptly hung 30 on the board where I think they had 30 in the last 3 games.
Who'd they play?
They played the Bears without Justin Fields.
Bears.
Yep. So go ahead there, Kyle. I know who you're going.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Vikings. It's a pretty obvious choice here. Listen, the Jets, it's been a good year for the Jets. They're 7-4 so far. That's usually not something we see the Jets do. But this is this season's Vikings, and they're very clearly holding their own. I think this game goes over the 45.5. Only by a few points, though. That field goal for Minnesota, they're definitely going to make that. So I'm confident on a Vikings pick.
All right. He got Vikings, and he says just a little over, Mark.
I'm going Vikings as well. I do think this is going to be a close game. And if the Vikings can pull it off, it'll be with a field goal, and it'll be late fourth quarter. Late fourth, Jets got a good defense. So, Minnesota's got the work cut out for them. I agree
with Mark. This is going to go to the bitter end.
Yeah.
This game.
Yeah, the Jets have a top 5 defense in the league. It'll be an interesting battle with that Sauce. I don't know if it's hot sauce, pecani sauce, or what sauce, but Sauce Gardner going against Justin Jefferson is going to be good. Here's the interesting thing that I find about the Vikings. They played against the Patriots last Thanksgiving here, and I thought that game with those defenses would probably go under, and they end up scoring a smorgasbord of points. Smorgasbord. The Jets are very young, and that Matt, I think his name's White, the quarterback now, for the Jets, had a great game against the Bears. Vikings aren't much better in a pass defense than the Bears, but the Jets have 0 running game, so they're going to have to count on this guy throwing a bunch this year too. So long story short, I see a way where the Jets can win this game, but I just got to take the Vikings at home in this one when it's under a field goal, because I think that's about where it's going to end, 3 or 4 points to the Minnesota side. And the over-under in this, well, I want to say under. Underoos. I think this one's
under.
Be under. So wish me luck there.
All right. Wish you luck.
Thank you.
Fingers crossed.
Good luck.
All right, thanks. Washington Commanders 7-5. They're going to go to the Giants, the G-Men at 7-4. So the G-Men after that hot start, and what did I call them, Mark? The fake ID of the NFL?
Yeah. You're not a believer.
I'm not a believer.
Darn it.
But then I got the Commanders, and I'm not that much of a believer in their offense either.
You don't like the commodes?
In general, I don't. So this game's really tough for me to pick. Washington is actually a 2.5-point road favorite going in on a division battle, and the 40.5 is the over-under here. Kyle, NFC East.
I think the Giants.
Yep.
Oh.
You like the
I think
Giants.
the Giants win. I think it goes over.
And you think it goes over, too.
Wow.
All right.
They're not messing around. He is
Only by a little bit, like literally like 40, 42, 43.
Okay.
Like it's gonna be close.
I'm taking the lesser of the two evils. I do not like the commodes. I know that they have a average team, so to speak, and the Giants, they're just slightly above average. So I'm going with the Giants, mainly because they're home field.
Yes. No, that's where I'm going. I like the Giants because in a divisional battle and you're getting points at home, I'll do that. Washington's been living the good life lately, folks. I know they like to talk about their defense getting stronger. They do got a good front line, but the back end of it, you can throw on them. Now, can Danny Dimes throw on them is another story, but you can throw on this team. And I cannot buy in just yet to this whole Washington resurgence. They've won 6 out of their last 7 games. The only team to do that so far in the NFL, if you looked over that time period. But they all been against the Colts, the Texans, the
Cowboys.
Falcons.
Oh,
no, they got their ows handed to them by the Cowboys. A lot of people don't remember that. Now that granted was a Carson Wentz experiment, not the Taylor Heineke. But give me the Giants at home getting points, and I actually do not see a lot of scoring in this game at all. I think it goes under somehow.
Really?
Yeah, this is going to be like This is going to be like a 2010, 2013, 21-13, something like that game.
I'm with Kyle. It goes over.
All right. Oh, you guys can be on the overboat there. And
all right.
And who are you taking, the Giants?
Yeah, I took the Giants.
And I'm taking the Giants. And Kyle's taking the Giants. So you know what you need to do, America.
I'd rather be in a boat that's over the water than under the water. That's all I'm saying.
That's right. Tennessee Titans at
There we go.
7-4 against the Eagles.
Have you been practicing? You want me to cue up the fight song?
I ain't even going to have to worry about it.
I've got it ready. You want to hear it?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't.
Oh, okay. Probably get Nick to tune in.
Hey, that's right.
Hey, Nick, the Philadelphia fight song was played on, and then Kyle would scrub it. We do not have the copyright. We don't have the permission to use that. Yeah, Philly's 4.5-point favorites at home. That's what I was looking at. The over-under is 44.5. Kyle, do the Eagles cover that spread?
Eagles cover that spread. They're going to spread their wings, all right?
Oh,
listen,
did you hear that?
I heard.
They're already 10-1. They've been playing great games out there. Listen, the Titans look all right. I'm in Tennessee right now. I'm gonna get in trouble talking like this here right now. But I think the Eagles take this game. They're at home, and Yeah, I don't know what else I need to say on that. Go Birds.
So Kyle's in an undisclosed
Did this for Nick.
Yeah. Kyle's in an undisclosed location in
That's
Tennessee,
right. That's right.
and Justin just heard this and he's pissed off. What do you like, Mark?
I'm going Eagles.
You going Eagles?
I like Tennessee's run game, and I think Philly's going to have a tough time stopping that run game. But Tennessee's going to have a hard time stopping the quarterback for the Eagles. And what's their secondary look like for Tennessee?
Not good.
I got an emoji for that.
The Dookie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to see it?
I think I will anyway. Yeah, there it is. So, you're both on the Eagles, are you?
All right. Oh, that's going to get even better. This is going to solidify my Dookie emoji, isn't it?
So here is my upset watch special of the week.
Oh, boy.
Matter of fact, Kyle, let's see about getting this as the point spread Shane odds boost on Tennessee Moneyline.
Yeah, do it a Dreamland. Shane's Dreamland.
So here's where I got on this one. Did anybody notice, what was it, 3 weeks ago now, that Washington went into Philadelphia and just ran the ball down their throat 30-some times and won this game?
Yeah. Was it in Philly?
It was in Philly.
Oh.
And last time I checked, Derrick Henry is better than both Antonio Gibson and Brian Robinson Jr. put together.
Yeah,
so
they had 2 defensive linemen that were hurt. They're back.
All right.
So Shane, you want the Titans money line as a odds boost?
As an odds boost. For the purposes of this show, because we cannot do money line bets, I will take Tennessee plus 4.5.
So he's got Tennessee.
I got Tennessee
Shane's
plus 4.5.
Point spread Shane. Dreamland boost.
The point spread Shane hating the Eagles boost, hating on the Eagles odds boost. But I really see if Tennessee follows that plan that Washington did, and Tennessee is a better team than Washington. I mean, they held what was that score against Cincinnati? And Cincinnati, to me, has a much better offense, top to bottom, quarterback to wide receivers and everything than Philadelphia right now. And they about pulled that one off at home, too. So
sounds like some haterade going on
it might be some haterade, but we'll see Monday.
Who's number 1 in their division?
Who?
Philly?
Yeah, they are, 10-1.
Okay.
But guess what?
Huh?
They ain't going to matter after Sunday.
Woo!
And don't your ass get on no plane early on Monday. I want you right here. I want you right here when Tennessee comes out on top.
Oh, boy.
Back to the Dookie, though.
Hey, yeah, and I don't forget, I accidentally put you in a wager, too. So not only will you have to do the fight, you'll have to wear the gear.
Oh, good Lord. You put me in a wager, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I got you one on. I got one for you.
All right.
Denver Broncos 3-8 against the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens at home here. Baltimore is 8.5-point favorites, so that is the second biggest on the card for this Week 13. Over under a 39.5. Broncos. Do you got the Dookie emoji ready?
I do.
You need to put it over on the Broncos side. All right.
I don't even have to move it. There
Baltimore. I'm sure that's what you're taking, Kyle.
Well,
yeah. Got to take those Ravens. It's going to go over. They're going to cover. That's it.
That's pretty much it.
These Broncos suck this year. Sorry, but
yeah,
Denver is not good this year.
Don't be sorry.
Yeah, I thought you liked them.
Who?
You.
I love the geography. I love the landscape in Colorado much more than those parts of Maryland. But the Ravens got to take it.
How about some of their, recreational chocolates?
Yeah, that's definitely not helping the Broncos out right now. So they got to lay off that.
Luckily, their fans. Luckily, their fans have access to it because it's going to be a brutal game, Mark.
Yeah, they need it. They need that right now.
Yeah, that's probably a reason why they drink what they do.
Oh my goodness! I'm still waiting. We got to have a video of that so we can dive into what that chant is out Mile High.
Just search it on YouTube.
I'm sure it's not. We drink our own pee.
It is.
It can't be. Who do you like?
I'm going Ravens.
You're going Ravens all day?
Absolutely. Come on. That'd be like me picking. Well, I did pick Nebraska last time.
Well, yeah, Denver just let Dante Foreman and Chuba Hubbard run for about 200 yards on them last week. So Baltimore, that's all they love to do is run the ball.
So you're taking Denver?
No, I'm taking Baltimore.
You got goofy with it. Make that a parlay pick, parlay boost. Pick Broncos and Eagles.
I wouldn't do that to our
20
followers. I just couldn't do it. We'd be down to 12 next week if I told them to take them to Denver.
If they're listening to you.
If they're listening to me. And they might have shut off after the Tennessee pick. I don't know, but I can't take Denver. Matter of fact, I like the under. The Broncos are averaging 12.2 points a game. That's all they're able to muster, and we're 13 weeks almost into the season. And Baltimore, on the other hand, is averaging 22 points. So there you go.
Yeah.
That's where the under comes in for me.
I agree, too, because I think if the Ravens are smart, their game plan is just run it, and that's going to eat up a lot of the clock. So just run it.
All right, last one of the afternoon window, the Cleveland Browns. Welcome back to Deshaun Watson, and guess where you're playing? Where you used to play, in Houston, against the Texans, who are dumpster fire at 1-9-1. Cleveland 6.5-point road favorites here, 46.5. Side note, the guy that represented a lot of those women that filed lawsuits against Deshaun Watson bought tickets, and some of them will be in the stands for this game. If you needed any other drama to show up other than Deshaun Watson, now the accusers are going to be probably in one of the end zones and getting plenty of FaceTime on TV there, Kyle.
What?
Okay. I'm going to have to pick the Browns.
You're going to pick the Browns. Okay.
I'm going to pick the Browns.
Okay.
Because, I mean, listen, it's some Texans. They're not doing anything this year. They're going to get pummeled out there. The odds are showing that. Even the over-under is showing what this game is going to look like. I think it's going to be a slaughter out there in the Browns' favor, which is a rare thing to see. But it should be a fun game.
Marcellus.
Yeah, I'm going to go Cleveland. Houston is, as you said, a dumpster fire. Is that what you said? Dump truck, dumpster fire, something with
something like that. That works.
You're getting dump trucked, and you're a dumpster fire.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, I don't see 6.5 to me is kind of low, but I mean I wouldn't be pushing too much higher than that. But I do see it going under. I don't think the Texans score maybe 3 points, maybe 7. But it's not like the Browns are going to go out there and light it up either. So.
Yeah. So I brought up the whole thing with the lawyer and the women to say one thing. It's been 2 years since this guy's played meaningful football, so I don't think he's going to hop into the Deshaun Watson you knew before COVID at all. I also think if you're good from a Cleveland side, Houston is the second worst team ever for run defense, and you have, two guys, Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb on your team? So if they're smart, they'll run the ball 30, 35 times against Houston and won't have to have Deshaun Watson pass a whole lot. So for that, it's a good call, Mike, Ted,
whoever
you are.
Yeah, that's right. Stranger danger.
I do like the under because I don't think Houston's going to score a whole lot, although Cleveland's can be passed on, so I think they'll score more than 7, but not a whole lot more than that. And I think Cleveland covers the 6.5. I think they end up winning by 13, 14, 15 points, somewhere in that range.
All
right, late afternoon window. This early on in the year thought it might be a bad game for a different reason, but Seattle's at the Rams. You would have thought maybe the Rams would be the better team here, but they're not. They're 3-8. Seattle 6-5, and they are now behind San Francisco in the division. So they really need this one here. Seattle at 7.5-point road favorites here. 40.5 is the over/under, and word is some backup quarterback for the Rams is going to start again. Probably Perkins, who didn't look all that great in Arrowhead last week. Any shot the Rams either win or even stay within 7.5, Kyle?
I don't think Seattle covers at 7.5. I think they get close, but I think this is going to be a closer game than the odds are really showing. Like, the Rams haven't had a great year, but they're all right. Their record doesn't really reflect what sort of team they actually can be at times. I think they're going to catch the Seahawks off guard in that regard. I think it's going to be under, but I don't think Seattle covers.
See, that's where we're going to differ. I think Seattle, after getting beat
by the Raiders,
come back with vengeance.
Not just vengeance.
They can try.
Not just vengeance, but
vengeance. Against a what string is this quarterback now? 5th, 6th,
3rd.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, I think it'll be more. You'll see more action going on the Seahawks defensive side than you will the offensive side, but the offense will muster something together to beat them. Maybe by 10, maybe by 13.
So this is how weird the NFL can be, right? So Bryce Perkins, third-string quarterback from the Rams, goes in at Arrowhead, and they were actually within 6 points into the fourth quarter. Didn't even think you were going to get your cover by taking the Chiefs at 15.5, and then there was some late touchdown action that actually ended up being the cover. But they played the Chiefs really well defensively, and Seattle's not the Chiefs. So that 7.5 scares me.
Oh.
I think the Rams stay within that 7.5. I think Seattle figures out a way to win this game, but I think it's a low-scoring game.
Yeah.
I don't know how the Rams score many points, and the Rams' defense is good enough, I think, to keep Seattle in check. So give me the Rams and give me the under.
Yes.
Miami Dolphins, probably the second. Well, it might be the best game, but I'll put it the second best game of the late afternoon slate. They're at the San Francisco 49ers at 7-4. Deebo Samuel not expected to play for San Francisco, it looks like here. So they got plenty of weapons, but they'll be down one of them. San Francisco 3.5-point home favorites here. 46.5 points. Kyle, should be a lot of scoring in San Francisco for this one, don't you think?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a high score game. I definitely think it's going to go over the 46.5. I would have to take the Dolphins to win, even though it's going to be really close. I don't think the 49ers cover that 3.5. So I'm going to go with Dolphins, but it's going to be a close game, and it's going to go a little bit over.
All right. Marcellus?
I'm going to go just simple fact. I don't like Jimmy for the 49ers.
Jimmy G, yes.
Yeah, Jimmy G. I don't like him, but since they're playing at home, I think both these teams are paired equally. 3.5, I think the hook's probably going to end up screwing me because I think the game's going to be a difference of 3 points. But in hopes that I'm wrong and Jimmy doesn't, let me tell you, I'm taking San Francisco, but if he steps out of bounds and gets a safety.
Hey, can we do an odds boost on that? Jimmy G stepping out of the end zone for a safety. Plus 10,000.
Oh, my gosh. If that happens, if he takes a safety, yeah, I won't pick him again this year or next year. But right. I am taking San Francisco. I think this will be a good game. I agree. I think it's probably the best late afternoon game.
Okay.
To watch.
I'm going to take Dolphins plus the 3.5. The key is that half. I can see San Francisco pulling this out by a field goal or something like that. But Miami's got the offensive weapons to stay close in this game. And the one thing you can do against the 49ers is throw the ball. They got a great front seven, but their cornerbacks and safeties can be beaten, and you got Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle to do that. So that's two. They're not going to be able to double both of them. And I think that's where their hay is going to be made here. And I do like the over as well. I think it's going to start slow. They fill each other out, and then there's going to be points galore in the second half to get you over that 46.5. So give me the Dolphins plus the 3.5.
All right, here you go.
Well, this is the one I think is going to be the better one of the two. Kansas City Chiefs and Cincinnati Bengals, and the reason I say that is I don't think there'll be much defense in this game at all. So if you like scoring, you got it in this game. Kansas City is a 1.5-point road favorite here in Cincy, 51.5. So that point total is the highest on the entire slate. Who do you like in this game, Kyle?
I like the Chiefs. They look good. They look good on the field. Mahomes, he's good. Bengals, they've been doing all right. They've been doing good this season too, but against the Chiefs, it's going to be a slog, but it's going to be a high-score game. It's going to be a lot of running. It's going to be a lot of deep throws. It's going to be probably the funnest game to watch this weekend. I'm not even going to lie, but I think the Chiefs cover. I think it's going to be under the 51.5 though.
Okay, Mark.
All right. So didn't this game get flexed?
No. You're thinking next week.
Next week? Okay.
There's a game that got flexed out of Sunday night. The Broncos were in a Sunday night hole against who cares, and they took them out of it.
Yeah.
And put a different game in.
Well, last week another thing to mention about last week when Kansas City played it eked out that win. I said I was just picking him for my grandma's sake, for Granny.
Yes.
So I think she's going to be happy to watch this game again if she can stay awake for the whole thing. But, she's 101, whatever.
That's right.
She can fall asleep, wake back up, whatever. Still watch the game and watch her Chiefs win.
Wow.
1.5 is just crazy to me. I don't know why that's so low, but I'm shocked that's not higher.
Well, let me educate you on why that isn't higher.
Please educate me.
Seattle.
Yeah, whoops.
Cincinnati's kind of owned the Chiefs lately. Beat them to get to the Super Bowl last year when nobody thought they could. They do the one thing that Kansas City cannot do, which is stop a passing game by a real quarterback, and Jamar Chase is supposed to be back, so you're going to have all 3 healthy wide receivers for Cincinnati, and Cincinnati's also at home for this one, so you get rid of the Arrowhead experience. Plus, I'm not saying Kansas City can't win this game, because they can. Anytime you got Mahomes, you can do it, but there's something about the way Kansas City's winning. It's ugly and it's close against teams they should be destroying, a.k.a. the Rams last week, and they're not doing it. So get a team that can actually go toe-to-toe with you in the offensive end, and I think they're in trouble. I'll go ahead and take Cincinnati.
Oh, my gosh.
The point and a half probably ain't going to matter either way. It's probably going to be a field goal to a touchdown game somewhere in that area, but I'll take the home team here. I think Cincinnati's playing really good ball right now. They rolled over at Tennessee and won that tough one without Jamar Chase, and they've been on a roll lately. Not that Kansas City hasn't been, because you have to be on a roll to be 9-2. But I just see they just have kryptonite. For some reason, the Chiefs and the Bengals, they have a hard time beating the Bengals. I don't know what it is. One that ain't going to be nearly as good, but it will be high scoring. Chargers and the Raiders. Raiders are 1.5-point favorites at home. And they don't win there for some reason, and it's 50.5 over/under. So basically a carbon copy of the game that we just talked about, Kyle. Plenty of points look to be scored here in the desert. What do you like?
Raiders are not going to cover at home. Like you said, they play awful at home. I think the Chargers are going to come in. I think the Chargers are going to beat them by probably a touchdown. I think it's going to be under that 50.5, though.
Yeah.
This game is a horrible. I wouldn't bet this game. I'd stay away from it. But, man, because both these teams here, you just don't know what Chargers you're getting. They're not.
Mark's opinions are not those of Betley and the Betley mobile app. Please bet all the time. No, I'm just kidding. Bet every game that you can. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, you can throw bigger money on the Chiefs game.
Yeah, no,
yeah, Mark, all bets are great.
Yeah, no, I get you. I get what you're saying, Mark. I mean,
but the Chargers, they're flippity-floppity. They come in. You don't know what team you're getting. So, on paper, you're thinking, they should go in there and just stomp all over them. And then they do Charger things, that you like to say.
Yep, they do Charger things.
But I'm going to go ahead and go with the Chargers just because Vegas does struggle at home. But, yeah, it is what it is.
It is. I'm going to take the Chargers as well and not feel good about it. I feel a little better about it than it seems like. Jacobs, who was the big star last week, had over 200 yards and that 84 or 86-yard touchdown in overtime to beat Seattle. I will say the Raiders have been playing better offensive football lately, but one of the key components to that may not play Sunday. So then you're off to 2 guys that I don't even know on the team as their running backs. And where can the Chargers be hurt most? And that's through the run game. So if you're missing that.
Mike's going to go play.
Yeah, Mike Barnes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be suiting up for the Raiders. Just give me the Chargers minus, or no, they're going to get the 1.5 on the road.
That's right.
But I'm not going to feel real great about it. And I think this game goes over as well. I don't think either defense is really going to put up a whole lot of resistance to the offenses in this game.
Resistance.
All right.
Big boy time.
Best for last on Sunday. Indianapolis Colts on the road to the Dallas Cowboys. How about them Cowboys?
No, you don't have the gear on. You can't say it.
Oh. How about them Cowboys? Dallas, 10.5-point favorites. Word is it's 11.5, but I have not checked it yet. 11, I mean. And 43.5 over-under here. Kyle, after seeing Indianapolis struggle against Pittsburgh at home, any chance at all down in Big D? I'll answer that for you.
I think this is a Cowboys win.
You think it's Cowboys win?
Cowboys
easily.
I think Cowboys are going to cover this. I think it's going to be over the 43.5. Most of those points are going to be on the Cowboys side. These Colts are not looking good right now.
Yeah, Mark.
I'm going to go Cowboys. I'm not. I think you should choose some type of parlay boost that has the Cowboys in it, along with your Dreamland Tennessee Titans.
My Dreamland. Can you make that happen, Kyle? Shane's Dreamland boost is the parlay of Tennessee and Cowboys. Yeah, Dallas should win this one. They should win it easily in a grind because the Colts allowed Benny Snell and Toby McFarland to run over 100 yards against them. So I think Zeke and Tony Pollard ought to be able to do a little better than that. And the Colts line is shaky, and you got Matt Ryan, who is a statue in the pocket, which should make it easy pickings for Micah Parsons and that defense to come after him often. So I just don't see how – I like the under here because I don't see how the Colts score more than 10 or 13 points total. I think Dallas ends up scoring about 24 to 27, so that puts you right about 40 points total in the game.
Yeah, that's probably true. I was going to say, I can see how the Colts can score at least 10.
Yeah.
Late in the fourth quarter, Dallas will get in that prevent defense and let them march down the field on them.
Because that's what happened the last time they played against – who was it on Thanksgiving? Oh, the Giants.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And last but not least, Monday night game, the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is only interesting if you're a Buccaneers fan because you're technically leading the division at 5-6. New Orleans Saints, they've had their number over the years. Seems like Tampa Bay just has a hard time beating the Saints for whatever the reason. Kyle, will they have a hard time on Monday?
I think they will. I'm going to give it to the Saints. Tampa Bay is not going to cover. I think this game is going to go under the 40.5. Saints will get it probably by only like a field goal, though. But really, I just want to see Tampa Bay lose. So I'm going to have to pick the Saints on that alone.
They're in Florida, right? Tampa Bay. It's in Central.
They are. They are, but they got Brady, and I can't support that. So.
That Miami crew's not going to be happy to hear that.
I know.
Well, here, let me brighten their day then. That's what I think of New Orleans.
Yeah, I love that. That's perfect.
And I think Tampa does do it with all the drama they got going on. To try to keep that hold in that division, I think they come out and actually beat them by a touchdown.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Bucs as well. I think they win, same thing, 4, 6, 7 points, somewhere in that range. And I do think it goes under. I think both of these offenses are not very great right now, and the defenses are okay, enough to hold them under 20 each. So I think this is like a 17-10, 17-13 type of game, and in favor of the Buccaneers, unfortunately, because I'm like you. I've had enough of Brady. Please retire. Please go away.
But you're picking them.
Well, yes, because I've seen the New Orleans Saints, and I even saw the Dookie emoji. How are you going to pick a Dookie emoji?
Well, you can.
I'm not going to pick no Dookie emoji.
Oh, man.
So that is your NFL for Week 13, and now it's time for everybody's game show that only a few get to play, and that's the Pick 6 contest. As we're known, we get to pick 6 NFL games from Sunday. You have to do it against the spread, no Monday night game. Although if you want to pick a Monday night game, we'll give it to you and give you the automatic L. You'll get a point for every one you get right, and then your best bet of the 6 is worth double points or 2 points, and so far I am in the lead comfortably at like 43, right?
You want to look at the leaderboard right now?
Yeah, why don't you put the leaderboard up so Kyle can see?
I gotta find it, Paul.
This is there's
the leaderboard.
So you're part of the high rise. Well, the high risers and the average Joes do have a little asterisk that's not there because they have not participated every week.
Well, I don't give much asterisks to the average Joes just because they're scared.
That's probably right too.
That was 4 weeks now, a whole month they haven't shown up.
But Kyle's not scared.
That's right. He has an opportunity.
I'm not scared at all.
If he has a clean slate, first person to do it, he could actually end up tying the average Joes in just 1 week.
In just 1 week.
That's right. Maximum
That's
amount of
all
points
I need.
is 7.
You just need to pick all 6 correct. Are you ready for the pressure?
Yeah, I'm ready for the pressure.
Who's going first?
Let's go get Kyle his airtime. Go ahead and put him up first.
All right. Let me get to
all right.
Let me get to his the tippity toppity typey part. All right. I'm ready.
Are you ready? All right, Cal.
All right.
Give us your 6 picks and any little quick reasons why you picked each one of them, all right?
Number 1, Pittsburgh.
Oh, my goodness. Pittsburgh, all right?
What's the spread?
Yeah.
Pittsburgh
Get those
is
Steelers.
getting is favored by a half a point, so minus 0.5 for what that's worth. In case they tie, it might come
They're
into
gonna
play.
do it.
All right. What's your second pick?
Packers are going to win.
Packers are going to win. They are 4.5-point favorites on the road at Chicago. All right. What's your third pick?
The Vikings.
He's going to take the home team
Gonna
Vikings.
take this.
Yeah, minus 2.5 going against the New York Jets. All right. Who's your fourth pick of the 6?
The Giants will win.
The G-Men, and I like that pick.
What's the spread?
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you. I like that pick as well.
The Giants are actually getting 2.5, so plus 2.5 for the G-Men.
G-Men.
All right, number 5.
I'm going to have to pick. All right, hold on. Is my best bet number 6, or do I just
It don't matter.
throw that in after?
Yeah, you throw that in after we do our picks, unless you don't care that we.
Okay. Let me go. Eagles win.
Oh my God! All right, Eagles minus 4.5.
Not gonna be able to do it.
They're gonna get able to do it.
All right, and the last of your 6.
Chiefs. I'm thinking the Chiefs.
All right, he's got
barely
the Chiefs,
edge out the Bengals,
and the Chiefs are minus
but
1.5.
we'll see.
Yeah, Chiefs giving a 1.5 on the road to Cincinnati. So, to recap, Kyle for the high risers got the Steelers basically win the game, and you're good. Packers minus 4.5, Vikings minus 2.5, the G-Men at home getting that 2.5, Eagles minus 4.5, and
Wow.
Kansas City minus 1.5. So
I did hear that.
Kyle's a pick of 6.
Who's
All right.
next? Who's next, Paul? Who's next?
Go ahead, Mr. Mock. Since I'm leading the board, I'm choosing to go last this week.
All right. Well, I'm just going to slap it up there. You will see my best bet of the week because I'm not scared to show you.
Okay.
Maybe.
I didn't think Kyle was probably scared to show you either.
There you
No, I wasn't.
All right. Well, Kyle, from a standpoint of who's your best bet then?
Yeah.
Eagles. You're gonna hate me for it. Eagles are the best bet.
A double.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
All right.
2 toots, but it's okay.
2 toots. Yeah, Jacksonville, Mark says, I'll take that half a point at Detroit. He's got the Vikings at home minus 2.5. Oh, my God, the Eagles.
Yeah, that's right. Don't be haterizing.
Minus 4.5. The Ravens. Boy, he didn't learn his lesson from the Ravens yet. But it is against the Broncos, so he's got to feel comfortable. Minus 8.5 here. He's going to take Kansas City as his best bet on the road, laying just 8.5 points. And the How about the Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys?
Laying 10.5 at
How about
home
them Cowboys?
on Sunday Night Football.
All right.
All right, so now comes the master of disaster, right?
Oh, I don't know about all that. Well, it's disastrous.
Yeah, because to be honest with you, I like 3 games, and 3 games I'm not so keen on, but we'll give it a shot anyway. The first one is go ahead and give me Detroit at home. They're only minus 0.5 point, so basically win, and you get it done. I like the way they've been playing lately, and Jacksonville should be a good game, but I think Detroit finally gets rewarded, gets their home team a fan, their home fans a win here against Jacksonville.
I gotta move. Hang on a second. I gotta move Kyle's logo down here. He kind of looks like who was the host we had on from the High Risers before? Yeah, there you go. Sit up high. There you go. Who was the?
I'll just get up over here. It's all good.
Who was the High Riser we had on before that had the arm up like this?
Oh, yeah.
I think that was Richie, right?
No, the guy formerly known as Z.
Nicholas, maybe?
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that guy.
I'm not sure.
that's all we'll say on that.
That's all I'm going to say about that.
All right.
All right, give me the Tennessee Titans. Since I talked enough trash, I'll go head-to-head against you guys and the Eagles, and I'll get the 4.5. It's actually my
Get the
upset
4.5.
money line special of the week. Yeah,
All right.
I get 4.5. If the Eagles are that great, I should get 7.5.
I should really check this because you like to throw out these.
Well, either one of you give me 7.5. Is the
You
Eagles
like to
gonna
throw out
win
these
by that?
picks to say, oh, well, I had the Titans at plus 10.5. That's what the line was when I saw it.
All right.
Yeah.
Give me Cleveland on the road minus 6.5 to wear down and run over the Houston Texans.
You're giving up 6.5? You're actually.
Yeah, I'm going to give up 6.5
Wow.
on that one. I'm going to take the Dolphins at San Francisco. They're getting 3.5, so plus 3.5 for me there.
You did that just for the Miami crew, didn't you?
I did it for yo. Yeah, you don't invite me to come down next week, but I'm still going to give you the love and pick the Dolphins. Los Angeles, give me the Chargers. They're getting 1.5 at the Raiders, and then the Dallas Cowboys. I'll pick them at home. I just think they wear down the Colts. Minus 10.5 is not enough, and the line continues to grow on that one.
Hang on a second.
And hope that I'm right.
Hang on a second. There's been a different odds put in.
Oh my goodness, there's
There
a
you
different.
Oh no.
Not minus 20.5.
Huh?
I'm
Well,
only,
big boy.
I'm only giving up 10.5 there on the big boy aisle. And so I'm sure everybody's standing for what my best bet of the week is. And Give me those Cowboys.
That's what I figured.
Minus 10.5. So there's your picks. Our best bets are a little different. I got the Cowboys. Mark's got Kansas City. Kyle's got the Eagles. And we're going pretty much head up on the Eagles and the Titans game. Other than that, we've kind of avoided each other head-to-head, other than, I guess, Mark and I are going head-to-head on the Lions and Jacksonville game. Yep. Nobody took the Raiders, I see. So we're good there. That is your Pick 6 selections for Week 13 in the NFL and the Odds Brothers. Keep in mind, if you'd like to join us and see our show live, it is on Mondays and Fridays right here at the Bentley Sportsbook inside Southland Casino and Hotel. Every Monday and Friday around the lunch hour, we like to throw on the recording, have some guests, have some fun.
Yeah.
Stop by and say hi. Hell, we got T-shirts we can give you maybe.
We got T-shirts. We got plenty of them.
Word is Mark's going to pack a few extra in the carry-on bag for Miami.
Yeah, I need to get some shirt sizes, Kyle.
Yeah, get some shirt
for
sizes.
For the guys that have been on already.
Yeah, you don't have an Odds Brothers T-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Do you, Kyle?
No, he don't.
I don't. I'm a medium, though. Just throw me an M. I'm good.
Guess what? For participating in the Pick 6, you at least get the T-shirt, so he'll bring it to you.
Love that. Thank you. Thank you, Mark.
All right, and we would like to thank you for being part of the show today as well. Mark, we got any other promos or
No, I don't have nothing loaded up.
Nope.
Nothing loaded up.
All right, well, good deal. I think we'll wrap things up for this episode. Now, Monday. Should have everything ready. We're going to recap all the action, all the stuff that we just picked, see who won the Pick 6 contest this week. And also, Mark and I will go over all of our future bets on the where teams over-under win totals were for the Power 5 conferences in college football. I can tell you right away, I missed horribly on Nebraska, and Mark nailed it from the get-go. So the over-under on that one was easily him. Although he did say Nebraska would have no more than 3 wins, and they ended up with 4 wins. Not that that matters. He still cashes, but
let's compare that to Preston saying they were going to win the conference.
I know.
Lord have mercy.
Then again, that's Preston.
Yeah.
So you'll get to see where we all hit and not hit on the futures wagers, and we'll take a look at some college and pro basketball action now that we're switching some more into that. And still 5 weeks of the NFL season to go to, and the bowl games. Although we won't pick them Monday, we'll pick them next Friday. A lot of the early bowl games will be coming out, and we'll take them week by week as they roll out. We won't necessarily pick them all in one shot, being that some will be a month out, okay?
All right.
All right, Kyle. Well, thank you from an undisclosed location in Tennessee.
Right. Yeah.
Thank you.
Remember,
I want to give some final words to everybody listening. Go follow us on social media at Bentley Sportsbook on Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. We are active on all platforms. And you can come say hi, and I'll say hi right back. All right?
We're on TikTok.
Look out!
The Bentley Sportsbook is on TikTok now.
Oh my goodness!
So maybe a few highlight clips from the show will end up on TikTok. We'll see.
Something tells me we got to do some obscure dance video, Mark.
No.
Go on TikTok.
That's not from this guy.
That's a great idea. I can't wait to force you guys to do that for me.
Whoa.
Okay.
He puts a lotion on his skin.
Yes.
All right. That'll do it, everybody.
All right.
We'll see you next Monday. This coming Monday, and safe travels
Thanks
if you're
again, Kyle.
leaving Tennessee. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
All right. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Thank you for listening to the Odds Brothers Podcast.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Presented by the Bentley Sportsbook. Place your sports bets here from inside Southland Casino or from anywhere in Arkansas at southland.bentley.com.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, that dang old internet, man, you just go on there and point and click. It's real easy, man.
Be sure to follow the Odds Brothers Podcast on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, Google, and YouTube. Keep in mind, in Arkansas, you must be 21 or older and located in Arkansas to bet. Please play responsibly. For help quitting, call 1-800-522-4700.